Green Search Limited introduces Headhunter Chronicles, Episode 14. What does a headhunter HR specialist do and why? Reference to the previous episode. What's a good boss like? Part 2. Good bosses have self-awareness and they admit their weaknesses. They trust their colleagues and set clear expectations. HR specialists and headhunters are often criticized for the following reasons. They don't get back in touch with candidates who then don't know what happened to their applications. They disappear after the interview. Candidates feel like they cease to be important after the interview is over. Companies don't show flexibility regarding the time of the interview. They don't take the fact into consideration that candidates work and cannot attend an interview immediately the following day. When candidates are contacted over the phone, they do not receive sufficient or appropriate information. Headhunters practically don't release any information about the company over the phone. They only ask questions. Let's have a closer look at what happens in the background. No confirmation of receiving the application. In today's world of advanced technologies, it's really just a matter of settings to send a confirmation about the receipt of an application and say that if the application is considered potentially suitable for the position, the candidate gets invited for an interview. When a company does not use this method of confirmation, the criticism is justified. It's polite on behalf of consultants and HR representatives to phone candidates who they'd met in person about the rejection of their candidature. If they don't follow this practice, they cannot expect candidates to be fair with them either. We often notice that a candidate's behavior towards us is the result of their negative experience of other headhunters and consultants in the past. Based on these past experiences, they feel that they don't count. Flexibility in setting the time of the interview. Every project has a deadline that we need to stick to. Very often, we too only receive last-minute information regarding when a manager is available to conduct the interview. It's a fact that headhunters and consultants have a great deal of experience. They know how to manage the time available for the search. When they spot potential candidates, they tell their clients about it ASAP, in 1 or 2 weeks, allowing plenty of time for the clients to make themselves available. This way, candidates can be informed as soon as possible as well. It's crucial to have good communication between the HR representative or headhunter, the client, and the candidate. This can speed up and make the search and selection more efficient. Candidates receive neither sufficient nor appropriate information. Headhunters such as ourselves are known for being rather assertive. We ask a lot of questions when we first talk to candidates about the reasons for the search, the conditions, and the expectations for the position. We try to pass as much information as possible to the candidate to make sure that the candidate knows what's expected from them if they do decide to apply, and also to raise their interest in the position. Unfortunately, not everyone follows this practice. But in defense of HR representatives, it needs to be said that at a company, managers are often difficult to get a hold of. They don't have time to communicate. At the same time, though, they need to progress with the search. It sometimes happens that even by the time the candidate reaches the interviewing stage, there's still not sufficient information available. Headhunters don't release the name or identifying information about the client company over the phone when they do the search. The reason for this is very simple. We're not allowed to. The reason why a company prefers not to reveal their name in the first round is to avoid publicizing the fact that they're searching for a specialist to their competitors in the market. It can be purely down to a business consideration. But a search can be also confidential because the company would like to replace one of their employees. Sometimes we're in charge of searches where, even at an interview in person with the candidate, we're not allowed to reveal the name of the client. In these cases, only a limited number of candidates, 2 or 3 of them, are shortlisted and presented to the company. To be continued. Our next topic, a closer look at direct search.